no further than the Golden State Warriors, who, when they are playing with pace and out in transition and the threes are flying, it's electric and frankly almost unstoppable. But they walk that delicate line of playing fast without turning it over. You want to give these great players freedom, but within that freedom, they've got to make sure, okay, we've got to value the basketball, and yes, we can maybe turn it over 10 times per game, but we get north of 10, 15 turnovers, and that's going to put us in a little bit of a problematic situation.
Good analysis. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, the forwards are Osman and Love. Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem, and it's Thompson in at the center position.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Curry looking around. Fires the three. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
As a catch-and-shoot player, Steph Curry is as dangerous as it gets.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Curry. Curry with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, you know, off any missed opportunity on one end, Steph Curry has got his mind on getting out in transition and a bucket there waiting for him at the end.
Thompson. Green with the rebound. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
Ray David, thanks. There are some weapons they have to contain today, and Coach let his guys know it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of question as to what you have to do to be successful against this team. You've got to clamp down on D.
I think game prep is a little different when you're facing these guys. All the focus has got to be on slowing down their attack.
Curry kicks to Green, pulls up. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. It's Curry outside. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
And Doris, you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Durant, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Thompson passes to Sexton. It's tipped. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Green. Cousins trying to free himself up. Iguodala outside. No good on the triple. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Love throws it down.
That's the activity of Kevin Love that I simply admire. This guy bails him out of a lot of possessions, and he doesn't allow them to come up empty.
Now here's Iguodala. Here's Cousins. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Cousins has got 5 now.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up so much more, and you like to see him get into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
Korver against Iguodala. Korver kicks to Love. And Love throws it down.
Boy, Kev, how about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target, makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Now here's Iguodala. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. Puts up a three. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Warriors leading by 5. Thompson for the triple. The shot, no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
Here's Iguodala. The Cavaliers making the shot. Outside, Green. Over Love. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Korver, no luck. Warriors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Kept alive. Goes back up. And that one's good. Green.
Well, that's yeoman's work on the glass, and we've become accustomed to it from Draymond Green.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Warriors with the ball. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
On the court for Cleveland, they've got Kyle Korver, Zizic out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Hill, and it's Nwaba in at the 2. Now here's Korver. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the pass to Hill. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And Cleveland with a change here too. Osman's checked in. Here's Osman. And that one drops.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State.
Well, back-to-back titles for the Golden State Warriors since the arrival of Kevin Durant. You think about the Western Conference Finals a year ago, the Rockets gave them a run for their money, but no one able to impede the progress of this championship procession.
And here is Hill after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Curry outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. And through last season, the Warriors boasting the most wins of any team, Doris, over a 5-year span in NBA history.
They are simply shattering records for wins left and right, and if they keep this core together, there's no sign that this is going to slow down anytime soon.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
For the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for Zizic, and Smith subbed in for David Nwaba. Hill finds Fry. It's back to Hill. And Cousins comes over to help. Inside, stolen by Durant. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Nance. Hill looking it over. 5 on the clock. Pass to Fry. Sinks the three-pointer. Fry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Curry with the three. Another three for Golden State.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. Now, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Now, here's Curry. George Hill missing his last shot. Knocks it loose. Outside for Curry. The offensive rebound. Fires the three. Again, Curry missing. The Cavaliers trail by 6 to the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I'll tell you, George Hill doesn't get nervous just because he's outsized. I love his aggressiveness in the paint.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
In the corner, Smith with it. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And that's JR's specialty right there. The defense can't let him have a shot. I don't care what kind of range he's in.
Livingston dishes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. Now, Clarkson, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. And Fry kicks to Clarkson. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
Livingston with it. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Durant from past the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The open look here for Sexton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Durant way outside. And that one released in time, but no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson along. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 19 points and 1 steal. Coming in on the heels of a whopping performance in their last game, he's had no let-up in that fire here tonight. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds.
Thanks for joining us.
A look there at the Golden Gate Bridge, blanketed, shrouded in fog. What a sight. Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Curry has been sensational.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Now, I think, Greg, the key was the team was looking for him, right? They knew they had a hot hand, and they just kept going to him.
Down low, it's Green and Cousins. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. And it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Down low, Durant with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Yep, that one goes in there. Curry's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors.
So hard to guard. Steph Curry, even when you're in his grill, taking away his airspace, he gets it off in time.
The feed to Thompson. That shot off. Nice D from Cousins. Warriors leading by 5. And the Cavaliers were so good at so many things last season, Doris, but the defense had lapses.
Well, you could go a step further and say the defense was poor over the last couple of years for the Cavaliers. When you look at the metrics, they were bottom 3 in a lot of those metrics. This is a team that relied on its offense to win games. They made no secret about that.
Outside Curry. Passes to Cousins. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. Again, Curry missing.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And there's Green on the assist by Durant. Durant's got his 5th assist in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Sexton kicks to Thompson to the left side wing. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. And here is Curry. He's got 21. Now the pass to Cousins. Over Love. No good from Cousins.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Here's Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called the Warriors. Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. And Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Green inside, working on Nance. Curry kicks to McCaw. And again, no good by Golden State. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Hill. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Not how they hope to start the second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking, Greg.
Outside Curry. Iguodala outside. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Nance with the rebound.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Nwaba passes to Zizic. And the layup's good off the glass. Zizic has got 6 points.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Hill against Curry. Pass to Bell. There's the triple. Curry can't get it to go.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Hill, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Curry finds Green from outside the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Zizic. Outside Korver. For the tie. And that one is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. Curry against Hill. For 3. Bell. Kept alive. They kick it out to Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Clarkson comes in for David Nwaba. Zizic kicks to Clarkson. On the wing, Hill. Over Thompson. Hill, no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Curry dishes to Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
Passes it to Zizic. Teardrop shot. Bell with the block. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Kevin Durant's checked in for Bell. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Ante Zizic. And it's Jetty Osman in for Kyle Korver. Thompson against Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
On its way from Curry for 2. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
Osman the pass to Fry. And Fry slams it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And it's time for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on DeMarcus Cousins. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. He won't return to this game, and he could be looking at a very long recovery process. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Clarkson is out there with Sexton. And it's Osman in at the 3. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 15 points for Draymond Green.
Well, you can see the hard work that Draymond Green has put in to make himself a more consistent shooter.
Osman, and he dunks it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Outside Curry. And stolen by Sexton. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And just solid at driving to the rim. When Sexton is on the attack, it just creates problems for the defense.
And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Back to Curry. From deep. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Sexton. Tips it up. The putback. And Love with the second chance points. Love's got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, guys, when you think about Kevin Love, you have to think about all of the attributes he gives you on the offensive end. He's a knockdown shooter, can hit from anywhere on the floor, but he still knows how to go body to body inside and get an easy bucket, and all of that is critical to what they do.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And Love, one of the more versatile players on the offensive end.
Right, Kevin, and it doesn't just end with his shooting and scoring. Kevin Love pressures the glass and will get you extra possessions with great regularity.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Sexton's shot is good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
The pass to Durant. He kicks to Green. Launches a 3, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Green. 8 points for Kevin Durant.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
A wide open look for Love. No good from the wing. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 1. Iguodala outside. Back to Curry. It's up a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Love finds Thompson. lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Now Curry. Green left side. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Draymond Green never backs away in big possessions. In fact, you get the sense this guy loves the spotlight.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're trailing by 4. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
Here's Love. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Andre Iguodala.
Defensively, Love is so hard not to foul. You know, really great at scoring from anywhere on the court.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Here's Curry. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the inside, stolen by Thompson. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Iguodala. Back to Curry. From deep three-point range, Cavaliers with the rebound.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Iguodala kicks to Durant. And again, no good by Golden State. And the Cavaliers with possession. Pass to Sexton. Count it!
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
Pass to Looney. Lets the 3 fly. He can't hit that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Sexton. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
So Kevin Love is 6'10", 251 pounds. He's a double-double threat on a nightly basis. He can stretch the floor from distance. He can score it from